Did I get in a fight? Gabby, did you get in a fight? Wait, did I get in a fight? Hello? Hey you guys, so I know what you're thinking, like, who did this girl punch? What's going on? I never knew Gabby got in a fight. What the hell? Anyways, before I get into this video, I do want to invite you guys to subscribe, to like, and to comment down below. If you're already a subscriber, hit that bell to notify you when I upload. It's gonna be the story of who I punched and why would I want to punch somebody. Like, give you guys two different stories of when I got in a fight. Let me just drink some water before I get into this, because this is gonna be... Sorry guys, my eye is super irritated today and it keeps crying. So if you guys just see me grab a sponge to do this, it's because like a tear is about to fall out. But anyways, let me tell you guys what went down when I punched a girl. Or did I really punch her? Did I punch her? This girl that I got in a fight with, okay, I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if she follows me on Instagram, or I just don't want to say her name. But basically, when I was younger, my dad used to have this really big church, and you know, when you have your parents as a pastor, as pastors, it's sometimes very terrifying, like terrifying, because everybody's watching your every move, everybody's always judging. Like, oh, the pastor's started, oh, the pastor's kids, they're always the worst ones, pastor's kids always end up pregnant, pastor's kids always drink, they do drugs, blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind, my dad's a pastor. We usually had, I was like around 8 or 9. And back then at church, we used to have like La Escuela Dominical, where I think I'm saying it wrong, right? But if not, I'm sure everybody's gonna laugh. But anyway, they used to be classes for kids, and since I was a kid, I was part of the class. And I remember those classes were always about people, or like the teachers would talk to you about God and like what's in the Bible and what's love and like all these things. We have to respect one another, we have to be kind to each other, and like all these things, right? Like anything that just to get by. I was in this class. I was finally able to be with the big kids because I turned, I think 9. I think I turned 9, so I moved up to a different class and I was with the older kids now. I was excited because I wanted to be a cool kid, you know what I'm saying? But there was actually 3 girls that wanted to be the mean girls. Literally, like in the movie, the mean girls, like, you can't sit with us, like that, like literally like that. And what happened was, I was in the classroom and I was just minding my business. I was just sitting there, you know, praising God. And then one of the girls that was way older than me, I think she was like 13 or 12 or something like that, she was talking a lot of smack about me. Like, she was just like calling me names and like making rude jokes, and the teacher never really did anything. And I don't know why, but I really don't remember who my teacher was at this point, but they never said anything, and they never really told my parents about what would happen in class. I just remember that I would just be like, what the heck, like, what's their problem? You know, I'm a little kid, like, what the heck? When she said something to me, or she said something to me or about me, I can't recall, but the point is that I was like, can you shut up? And then I just turned around, I'm at my business, and she like got so mad that I told her to shut up. And when you're a little kid and you say shut up, it's kind of like, not a bad word, but it's kind of like, ooh, you know, she said something adultly, you know, like everybody's just always like, ooh. So I was just like, can you just shut up? Like, geez, mind your own business, like, leave me alone. And I think she got really mad at the fact that I stood up to her and I said that during class. So when class was over, she came up to me with her 2 friends. They were like her 2 little side hoes. they came up to me and they were just telling me stuff in my face, and I was like, whatever. Like, I literally said whatever, and like I put my hand, and when I put my hand, like she took a step forward, so like my hand like touched her nose, but it wasn't me. I didn't do that to touch her. She took a step and touched my hand, so technically she touched me, because that was like the coolest thing to say back in the day when you're like fighting, or like when someone's being like rude or something. Like, that was just like the biggest insult you can ever do, is just whatever, talk to the hand. So I did that, and then I turned around and I went to the restroom. When I went to the restroom, all I saw was like the lights, the door got shut open, and then the lights turned off, and I was like, what the hell? And then I turned around and she came and straight up slapped my face. Like, she slapped me, guys. But she slapped me, and I was like,
oh hell no, bitch, you're about to get it, you're about to get it.
Not in my house. I started hitting her, like I started defending myself, like I was just like this, like, you know, like, and it's so funny now that I look at it, because it's like my first fight was in my church, like in my own church. And after that, like, one of the teachers broke us apart, and he was like, you're not supposed to be fighting, like, what are you guys doing, and blah 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 blah. And like, I just started crying, like, out of anger. Like, I was really crying, like, out of anger. One, because I was so devastated that, what is my dad gonna tell me? What is my dad gonna say when he finds out that I got in a fight? Second of all, what are the parents gonna tell my dad that him being the pastor and his daughter is hitting their daughter? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I didn't cause it, there was just so many things running through my head, like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna get it, because my parents are pastors. And I ran to my mom. I left the classroom and I ran to my mom, and I was crying, and I was like, mami, tengo que hablar contigo. And she was like, espérate. And I was like, no, ma, tengo que hablar contigo, pero no tengo que hablar. And I was like, I got in a fight. And she was like, what? And she was like, okay, she's like, okay, we'll talk right now. And I was like, okay. So then, like, after she was done talking to the ladies that she was talking to, she would ask me, like, what happened. And so I told her, like, you know, she hit me and I defended myself. And she was just like, well, you need to go talk to your dad. And I was like, no, I'm scared, you know, like, I don't want to talk to him. And I swear, guys, like, when you go to the pastor's office, it feels like you're going to the principal's office. Like, it feels like you're about to get detention for 5 years. It feels like you're gonna get a referral or a pink slip. Like, it legit feels like that. So I was so scared. I was like, damn, what is my dad gonna tell me? So I went to my dad's office because he was calling me, and he was like, what happened? And I told him what happened. He was just laughing, and I was crying, like, I'm sorry, Dad, I'm sorry. And he was just laughing, like, what? He's like, you're fine, you're not grounded, you're not gonna get in trouble, like, relax, breathe, drink some water. And I was like, I'm sorry, and blah blah blah. And he was like, well, you need to say sorry to her, since she's the one that, you know, you hit. And I was like, okay, I'll say sorry. And then I don't remember if I did say sorry, but I just remember that my dad talked to me. He was like, you're fine, like, you defended yourself. Like, if anybody ever comes at you, defend yourself, you know? So that's pretty funny. Like, that was my first fight in the church. Now the second one, the second fight, oh my god, this is the most dumbest fight. This is the most dumbest fight of all time. So, okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys because this is like an embarrassing story. But anyways, my second fight was here with my sister, my older sister. It was one morning. We were getting ready for school, and I don't know why or how it happened or how it began, but I remember my sister walks in my room and we're both yelling at each other because of a liga. a hair tie, because of a hair tie, guys, okay? And we were just fighting about a hair tie, and things escalated, and we were just yelling at each other, and I don't know why, but it was me that started the fight, for sure. It was me. And we're just going back and forth, and I think, I don't know if she pushed me or if we both pushed each other, but the main thing is that I tried punching my sister, and when I tried punching her, she went like this. She went and I ended up hitting the freaking wall, guys. Like, I hit the wall, and I kid you not, to this day we both remember, as soon as I hit the wall, I fell to my knees, like in slow motion, like literally, like in slow motion. I started to cry. Like, I was grabbing my hand and I was just like and I was like falling to my knees while I was crying, and my sister was just laughing, and I was like, this is not funny. And she was just laughing her butt off. Like, she couldn't believe that I was legitimately about to punch her for freaking liga, which I still to this day don't understand why. But every time we talk about it, like, we laugh so much. Every time we talk about it, we just laugh so much because it's so stupid, the fact that I punched the wall for a liga. Like, and what got me really mad was that she freaking moved. Like, if she wouldn't have moved, then I wouldn't have broken my hand, okay, guys? So after I punched her and I fell to my knees and I was crying, I came downstairs and I was crying to my mom, and I was like, Mom, my hand hurts, like, da da da. She's like, what did you do? And I was like, I tried to punch Alex, and I punched the wall. And she was like, what? Why? And then I told her for a liga. We went to school. Me and my sister went walking to the bus, even though I was mad at her and she was mad at me. We still went walking to the bus, and I was still grabbing my hand. My mom put some cream in there, and I was just like walking like this, like. And a few hours later, the teacher sent me to the nurse's office. So I went to the nurse's office, and as soon as I got there, the nurse was like, I don't know why you're here. Your hand is like, you sprained your hand or your thumb, like, you need to go to the emergency care. And she's like, I'm gonna call your mom, and I'm gonna have her pick you up because your hand is really bad. And you guys, literally my hand was blue and purple. I don't know how my mom let me go to school like that, but it was like literally blue and purple. Like, it was so gross, and it was fat too. And then, like, if you touched it, it really hurt. Like, it hurt so bad. Like, that was a good hit. But anyways, I went to the emergency care, and then the doctor was like, he was like, so who did you get in a fight with? And I was just like, my sister. And he was like, what was the reason for the fighting? And then my mom was like, tell him what you got in a fight. And I was just like, no. I was just like quiet the whole time when he was asking me questions. And then he was like, sweetie, can I advise you something? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, if you're ever gonna punch someone or you're just really angry, just punch the pillow. Like, just grab a pillow, just punch it. He's like, don't go punching the wall. Like, this is what's gonna happen when you punch a wall. And in my head, I was like, oh my god, I know that. Like, why are you telling me this when I'm in pain? Like, nobody wants to hear that when you're literally in pain. After that, like, he said, I'm gonna send you to another doctor. He's gonna put a cast. And I was like, oh, I don't want to wear one. Do I have to? He was like, yeah, you have to wear a cast for 6 weeks. So I went to get the cast on. And I was literally so depressed during the time that I had a cast. Like, I could not do anything, guys. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, it sucked. It freaking stinked. Ugh, it stinked. And the moral of the story is, please don't go punching your sister, because she's gonna move. She's gonna block that hit. But yeah, guys, that wraps up the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 embarrassing stories. I can't believe I got in a fight for liga, and then I can't believe that I got in a fight at church. Who would have thought, right? Gabby. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys want any more stories like this, please don't forget to comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. Bye, you guys.